What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Grassland Garage. I'm going to start getting back into Project Integra. I apologize for taking so long of updating any episodes on this build. However, the winter was not kind to me time-wise, so now we're getting really back into this car. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update. So I got the car parked outside. As you guys can see, I had stripped the entire engine bay down. I still need to get all of the wiring pulled out of it. However, I took it over to Charging Bull Auto Body in Kenosha, and I had them install this JDM core support. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this has all been replaced as well. My buddy John down in Texas found a GSR that was in a pick and pull, and he managed to score me this nice unbanged up piece of steel. And I had the guys at Charging Bull replace that, so that way the engine bay will start looking a lot better than it used to. It's not going to look like someone took a mallet to it and tried to form it back into something that was a bit of sheet metal, but now it looks somewhat original. The core support I picked up with a deal of a complete JDM front end minus the hood for about $500. I still have the fenders and the headlights that came with it. So I'm gonna probably putting that stuff up for sale, maybe keep it as spares. However, at this point, the main concern is to get this engine bay prepared for paint. I need to remove all of this wiring, the ABS, or not the ABS, but the brake booster. Eventually, I'm gonna have to drop the whole subframe and get that out of the way. I just put the axles in, so that way I don't mess up my new wheel bearings that I pressed in there. The interior is gonna finish getting gutted, so that way I can get all this old wiring out. I mean, I got clumps of wiring sitting down there that is just absolutely a train wreck. I got to replace this door handle still. I got bits of carpet all over this place. It's like they tried to do a carpet kit in here, but I mean, if you look over there, it's just random pieces that just happen to be, I don't know, poorly cut, and then they tried to tape it, or they got lazy and they didn't want to take the seat belt off. I'm not sure exactly. And then down underneath here, the wiring is absolutely scary. So to prevent any fires happening in this car, and to basically not have to undo anything after I get this car back up running, I'm just going to strip it all down. I already have a full chassis harness, full new engine harness, and I'm just going to do this car right. It's just going to take some time. I'm hoping to have this thing back up and running by hopefully June. I'm not really too worried about the exterior paint. I mean, I guess it's still what it was. It's, used to be a Tahitian pearl, and they sort of did a paint job on it. But I want to get this car up and running, hopefully to make it to, I think it's called the Type R Player Haters Ball down in I can't remember the name of the track, but it's down near North Carolina, Rockingham, I think it is, that they're hosting this at, and it's in the next month or two. So if I can get this car up and running, I will, probably try to attend that if I have time. Other things that we got going on here. The further I looked at this engine sitting, the scarier stuff gets. I'm gonna have to strip this whole engine down. If you actually look down into here, see how little thread is actually poking out. Like that doesn't even have a nut on it for the intake manifold. So I need to get some extended studs on here. This engine scares me at this point. When we drove it on the street that one day before the brakes all locked up on me, it didn't even seem like VTEC was engaging. I don't even think they actually did like a real valve cover gasket on here. It's like they bid RTV on everything. Like I got RTV all along here, all up here. Now that's typically normal to see a little dab here and a little dab there. Same with this side. But I mean, the whole engine is coated in RTV. So I'm gonna have to scrape all of that out. I'm gonna pull the VTEC solenoid off to find out if that's actually clogged up or what, because like I said, I don't remember hearing VTEC engage when I drove it. And all in all, I just got to give this whole engine just a once over before I stick it back in. My buddy Aaron got me the transmission back not too long after I dropped it off to him, so we'll end up getting this car up and running hopefully within the next month. I just want to get this engine bay painted, and that's gonna be my main mission. So right now I'm going to start stripping this interior, getting everything's pulled out, no wiring is left inside, and we'll go from there. Alright, so let's start getting this interior pulled. Down here, everything is held in by zip ties. Start clipping these out of the way. Get all this mess. Oh my god. Oh, what is all this? I have no idea. I got speaker wires. I don't even know. I mean, these wires aren't even connected. What the hell? Oh, this whole car scares me. So, start getting these panels pulled off. I gotta get the plastic out of here. So let's get a Phillips screwdriver and start getting to it. I really got to start organizing everything. It's been a kind of the whole garage is just kind of a mess since last winter when we were in here, before winter hit. I need a smaller Phillips. Realistically, I need to invest and get a new toolbox out here. That's not the smallest Phillips I got. We gotta have a smaller Phillips. Guess this will do for now. How about this? There's really not much holding this stuff in here. Like I don't see any of the plastic screws holding this stuff in. I mean, this is broke. I'm gonna have to get a new one of these. That's cute. This stuff all together. Get my flathead. This should just pop out. Yeah. There's no screws holding it in. Why aren't you coming up? There's one. All right, there we go. Oh, disconnect that. No idea what this switch is to. Huh. Oh, look at this. That is, oh wow. That's something, that's for sure. That's something. Let's get the e-brake center console out. Oh, this one actually has screws holding that in. If anyone's got a replacement one of these, let me know. You're gonna need one of those. I don't think I really want to do like a Type R interior. But, I mean, if someone's got a reasonably tight priced Type R interior available, I'll probably end up going with that route. Random change. E-brake handle can stay there. Any screws holding into this stuff? Of course not. No screws holding that in. That comes out. No idea what those are. Cup holders. It's my first Integra, guys. I'm trying to learn this as I go. What the hell? I gotta pull this out. Nothing says quality install like self-tapping screws. This antenna out. There we go. There's one out. Alright, let's get the second one out. Alright, glove box officially removed. Let's throw these back in so I don't get lost. Alright, now let's figure out. Now, is this lower piece still a part of the whole dash? Looks like it is. Not 100% on that. I think what is holding this in is that wiring in the back there, and I can't get my hand on it. Just get in there. What is holding this in? I don't think it's that little screw. Oh, maybe it was. Alright, I'll disconnect you. No idea what the hell that is. No clue. Yeah, so if anyone's got a new one of these, let me know, because otherwise I'm going to have to JB weld this one back together, because it looked like they snapped it right here. Maybe I'll get one of those plastic welders and I'll weld it back together, and then use some fiberglass, do some crazy stuff. Well, center console's out. Get the HVAC control unit out, which I believe just pulls out. Probably get a new shift boot while I'm out looking for that. Being a big guy in these little cars is not fun. Alright. Let's try not to break the HVAC control unit. Looks like it's already been broken by someone prior. I guess the prior owner. What is holding it on? That's fun. Last I remember, these just came out, but this one's kind of stuck. Oh, screws. Out my way. Not. All right, so one bezel completely ruined, so I got to find a new bezel and new ducting because this wire was seized in there pretty damn good. This one was a little easier once I found the clip, but as you guys see, I've kind of broke some stuff. Bull in a china shop, so that'll be fun sourcing. It's not like these cars are getting any harder to find and parts for. So now we're at the point where I disconnect this here. Push that out. I think I might be able to get my hand on it. There we go. That's disconnected. And now I just got to pull some bolts. I'm gonna have to move the clock. This dash is already cracked up here. That's fun. No idea what that is. These don't have a bolt like the EK does up front, it doesn't look like. So, start pulling some hardware out and see how far I get. I'm definitely making a mess of this, which was not my original intention. But it is a 1995 and this plastic is brittle. I have clearly not been the only one down here. No idea what the hell that wiring was to. Nothing apparently. Alright, airbag time. Well, there's no battery hooked up, so we should be good. Never disconnect your battery. Never disconnect your airbag unless your battery is completely disconnected, and you let it some time to make sure there is 0 voltage going through. Found this underneath the dashboard, somebody's girlfriend. Huh. Looks like I gotta remove that 10mm there. Should have brought some knee pads. This hurts. Nope, that isn't gonna work. Come on. Thank you. Whew. Should probably pull this center. Don't feel a screw in that one. Where do I see a screw? There we go. Awesome. Well, I wasn't gonna make you guys suffer through everything as much as I was suffering, because I'm just a big guy and I should not be trying to fit under little spaces. I got the dash pretty much ready to come out. I ended up only breaking a few bits. Gotta find a new clock as well, because I just went to open this door up and it just happened to fall right out. So see if I can just find that door maybe, or just a new clock. It doesn't really matter, I don't care about it that much. And then just got to get these remaining 10 millimeters out, and that rat's nest underneath the dash is just begging to get removed. Do is start getting these clips to be relocated, and I know that those are going to try to break off as soon as I try to pull them out. That'll be fun. So I'm going to take my time trying to remove that stuff. But yeah, this also broke, but I suspect that was kind of broken before because they had it kind of taped up in there. So I'm gonna get this dash out, and then I can start packing up all the interior bits that are still good, throw away what's not. Gotta find some new HVAC bits and get all this hardware boxed up, pull this carpet, get the seat belts, all the plastics. So sun is starting to set. I'm calling it a day on this. Packing the car back up, just getting all the plastics I pulled out. Needless to say, this took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but such is life. As you see, we got the dashboard removed. I need to start working on pulling the rest of the wiring harness out. As you guys saw over here, and you want to talk about an absolute rat's nest. Like, they had a car alarm in here, looked to be like an old Viper unit, which is sitting over there. And yeah, I just got to get this whole wiring loom out. Once that's out, I'm going to pull the carpets. Once the carpet's out, I'm going to pull headliners and plastics out, get all of the wiring out of this car. Because like I said, I have a complete chassis harness, and I'm just going to use it because I can't trust any of this. I mean, this was such a fire hazard, it wasn't even funny. I mean, most of these connectors in here, I mean, your standard twist and tape over. I had bare connectors that were sitting out, and I mean, they had to have been arcing because I found marks on certain parts of the wiring. So that's what we're dealing with. Once this car is done, I mean, it's gonna be really nice. It's just taking a lot of time. So once I get this wiring harness out, we're gonna prep this engine bay. Once the engine bay is prepped, we're gonna paint it, start putting it all back together. So wish me luck, stay tuned. I'll have more episodes short to come.